Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Today I am going to show you in this video about the project work of ANSYS. Okay, so here we are seeing the toolbox in 19.2 version. Various types of toolbox are there, and in this analysis systems are there. Today we are discussing the uh, static structural static structural analysis. So there is a project schematic window in the left side, in the right side, at where we can see the various analysis done by here. So in the workbench we actually perform various analysis, describe to various objects taken. So this is the toolbox, has various types of analysis. In this we are going to do the structural analysis per system. So just we will do it, and various types of analytical systems with different results we occurred there. Let's see. Here we go, it is the static structural. Here the project schematic window. Here we can refresh the object by right click and then, and in this static structural, first of all I will delete it and I will show by the dragging method also we can take the workbench in the project schematic window. Okay, so now here we can also rename. I am keeping it as same. The name of the project we can also rename it, and various types of modules are there. There are 7 modules. We are going to see here the static structure, second one is engineering data, third geometry, fourth model, and fifth setup, and the solution what we are getting on the setup we are giving on an object, and seventh is the results what we are getting. First one is the engineering data. Second one is the engineering data. What are the various types of data we need to perform on a object such as material and material specification. We are going to see in forward uh, various types of engineering data sources such as material selection, density, specific heat, at elasticity, and various mechanical properties at various constant we can see. Just simply right click on the engineering data and edit it. The new window will open in the workbench, that's engineering data window, and here it is known as outline schematic A2 engineering data with different toolbox such as physical properties, linear elastic, hyperelastic experimental data, hyperelastic, Chapeau-Chi test data, plasticity, creep, life, strength, gasket, and various types of models are there for before performing various types of specific information. If we required about any material, so we can just go to the toolbox and just here is now right click in the outcomes A2 data and click on engineering data sources. So by clicking on engineering data sources, we get various types of materials. Here are the different types of materials. Based on our application, we can use it from here. There are thermal materials, fluid materials, magnetic BH curves, hyperelastic curves, explitic materials, and many more. Here is another we can add a new library or of our materials in the that dialog box. If we have a discovered, if we known different types of materials, so we can add there. So there are different types of materials. I'm just taking one of them for my project, which I has to done on my object. So I'm just clicking on general materials. Under the general materials, different types of tables and modules are open. Under general materials, the outline general materials, we have various types of materials, including the structural steel, stainless steel, titanium alloy, silicon anisotrope, magnesium alloy, concrete, aluminum alloy, copper, FR4. And each of the object had different opportunities, and various types of specification we also have. So here is the properties, such as the density of a material, isotropic elasticity, tensile strength, compressive strength, tensile ultimate strength, and various types of strength we have known here with different types of values and their units. So this is the main purpose of ANSYS. We have the more advantages here. We can also see the various graphs and properties graph in the graph chart, where we can see various types of graphical information in the graph way. After that, we can also find the various types of properties in this ANSYS about each and every way. We can also find the temperature, Poisson's ratio, bulk modulus, shear modulus. Each and every information about a specific material can be shown in the ANSYS model. There are the field variables, different types of frequency, shear angle, and all we can see. So I'm taking the one of the material in the composite material, general non-materials, any of the materials we can take. So I will be taking as per my requirement. Different data of a different material, it can be shown with the different description data. Now creating a geometry, we just need to create a geometry for our project. So just simply right click on the geometry and you will find the new design modeler. It is just simply opening. It will take some time. This is just processing. Okay, so now our design modeler new window has been opened. In this we have to create an object or a diagram of what we have to perform on an object. So let's begin. Firstly started, this is the our work window, workbench, work where actually our product is going to work. So performing on sketching, click on sketching and you will find, click on the sketch view, and you will find the various types of sketching draw tools. From that I am taking the rectangle. I am drawing the rectangular bar. Simply drag it and sketch it as per requirement. Different types of drawing tools are there. It will be shown in the next video. I will be showing various type of different sketching tools, and with proper dimensioning, constraints, applying constraints on the diagram, it can be shown. But now I am taking a rough sketch, so we have to just go through it. Okay, next one is the modeling. Click on the modeling. So here we can extrude our rectangular bar to a specific height. We can give our rectangular bar a specific thickness. So we can just apply from it by selecting the profile, and I am just giving here my depth, means the thickness is just 1 meter I am just giving. And now if we have given the, no, let it be 5 meter. I'm just getting my thickness more greater. So now I have given my thickness to my object, so it is ready. But before that we need to generate a model. We need to update our model in the workbench window. So click on the generate button, which is above on the dialog box. Okay, so our object is now completely a 3D solid model. Simply just minimize the window and click on update project in the workbench of 19.2 version of ANSYS. It is updating a project. Our model is being updated. It will take some time. Okay, so our model is in updated. Now just simply click right on the edit on the model. So our geometry has been updated in the toolbox. The new design modeler is just now taking time. Okay, so our modeler will be opening. A 3D model contains a solid model. It is just by adding a material and geometry we can just simply take. Always check the previous step of our static structural project work. If it shows the tick mark, then it will be always all right. If there is a cross mark or some kind of a red mark, then some points are missing in our dialog box. Always check this point of view. My previous are correct ones. That means I have completed all my requirements of the design of project work. Okay, now we are here in the static structural mechanical window. Here we are giving our object various types of analysis, where we are providing projecting various types of forces and that all. So here is the tree diagram, a process chart of our total history of analysis. First one is the model. In model we have taken the geometry, solid, materials, and the set the coordinate system, and mesh, static structural analysis, setting and solution. In the geometry we can also define the various types of file we have stored, and what are the units we have taken, what is the property in the volume, what is mass, and different types of information as given. Just simply click on there and you will get what are the different types of information we are getting. By clicking on materials, we have taken the stainless steel and Inclon as different materials we have taken. So right now I have taken the stainless material. So this is the stainless steel bar in general. I have set the coordinate system according to my object, which I have designed in the design modeler. Z direction is upward of mine. Now we have to go through the mesh. Now I am meshing my component. I have to discretize. What is meshing? The meshing is nothing but the discretization of an object. We are going to discretize our object into a small components, small elements, I need to say. In elements contains various types of nodes. So now I'm giving my element size. First I would like to change my units. Always remember that in design modeler, whatever the units are there, that only units we need to continue in the mechanical workbench. If suppose I have the in a design modeler window while designing an object, so you should have the design modeler. Okay, I have done the meshing. I have click on the snap angle center, that is medium, and also have given the element size, that is 10 mm, and various types of information surface area, such as various information is given in the details of the mesh. Simply just by clicking on them we will find various types of details regarding to our object. I have given the elements as 10 mm, and the span center angle is a medium. These two parts are very main in the meshing area. While doing meshing, these two parts are totally depends our object meshing time and our object meshing results. Okay, so after setting the total parameters of the, now just simply click on update. Now here the ANSYS workbench update model status is going on. It will take a lot of time, so I am just skipping this time, and I will show the main content in forward. The meshing time totally depends on the RAM, and the total means what the parameters have you set in the span angle center and the course, whether it is whether it is the type of a course, it will take less time. It is in the medium, it will take some more time, and it is in the fine mesh. If you want the fine mesh of our object, it will take a lot of time. So to reducing this time, we are just skipping this content, and finally we have done meshing for our object. This is a rectangle, again I am repeating, this is a rectangular structural steel bar we have taken here, and I have done the meshing of it with the you can also see the meshing details here. So I have taken the span angle center fine, and then it is a 0.1 mm. Now next, the static structural, we are doing the we are applying of fixed support to our rectangular bar. Now we are operating our object. This is the most important step, what the measures we have to take here. Simply click on fixed support. It is on the, I am applying on the right side of an object. If you have to select the multiple faces, just click control, press control, and just select the next one. Okay, so and click on apply. Now here are the two faces I have selected for the fixed support. Okay, now next part is that I am inserting one more force, means I am inserting a force on my object. Now one side it is the fixed, and another side I am applying a force. So now click on force. Now apply on the faces. Again repeating, click control and select two faces, and just click on apply. Again I am providing some kind of magnitude, that means what type of force, what quantity of force we have to apply on an object. So first of all, select the geometry faces. Okay, now I am applying around 100 Newton force. I have applied on the the left side of an object. So I now provide the direction. Just click on the face and provide the direction, and select both the faces, not a single faces. If you are selecting a single face, it won't apply the force. The project will be fail. If you are selecting two faces, then you have to apply the forces on two faces only. Simply click the direction, change the directions on the which direction you want the object to be forced. Force is applied on the direction. So simply just click flip the arrow. So my force is applied from left to right side. From left to right side I have applied force. It's done. Now we have applied the force and fixed support. Now next time is to insert the solution. I want the deformation occurred at my object due to the force. So I am just clicking on total deformation I want, and after that I just also want the stress develop while applying force. After applying force, the stresses develop, that is equivalent stress I have chosen. Just simply right click on the solution and you will get what the solution you want. Okay, so now after selecting that, click on solve, right click on solution and click solve. So the ANSYS workbench will solve the total object for your requirement, as per your requirement. It is, now we have set the parameters, the workbench will solve the total solution. I'm just skipping this content. Okay, now our solution is totally solved, our project is totally solved. So now just see the previous history, all the green tick marks are shown there. Here we can see the total deformation results are there, what are the various results occur on our object. Now let's see it. Different bar color coding are there. Color different colors describe the various deformation values. Maximum is the 1.270 to the log base 7 is the maximum stress developed, maximum deformation, and minimum is 8.74.4 to the base 5. So these are the total deformation occurred at our object. We can also see the animational video of our object, of our deformation from 0 to its average deformation. We can see, just click on the play button, we can see the animational video of our object also. That's very simple. By this we are calculating the total results, what we have given forces and what are the operations we are performing. By this we are also come to know that different shades show different results, different occupy. Okay, now we have for equivalent stress also we are playing the animational video. Equivalent stress has not affect at much that much, but at the fixed support it shows the red mark. That means there the maximum equivalent stress has applied, and blue part shows the less one. There are the details of different equivalent stress, maximum, minimum and average. You can see at the below. I'm dragging it for you. Minimum is 8.7404, log to the base 005, maximum 1.85057, log to the base plus 006, and average. So these are the various types of graphs are also shown here. What are the different results happen on our graph with respect to our object, and applied force, total deformation graph, or total equivalent stress graph, it is also shown as per our object when the fatigue or failure will occur. So here is our total deformation print preview. I have not filled the details properly, but I have the date and time and the various object color with the color code chart it is shown. We can also generate, most important thing is the report generation. After the completion of our project, a report is to be generated and is to be exported furthermore for presentation or some kind of project work. So here are different details, what are the units we have taken, what is the model geometry details, different types of bondings, and properties, different types of properties, what is the volume, what is the mass. Means properly I want to say that in general, just simply just applying a force or a fixed support, what exactly the two only, the fixed support and force is just applied in the static structural analysis setting. These two analysis we have done, but different multiple results we are getting from ANSYS. That is the most advantageous point for our We can also see the different types of mechanical report graphs at the for total deformation and equivalent stress. We can also see the information regarding the total file size of our project. So if you have to download it, you can download it, or you can just export it. These are the maximum results we and maximum, minimum and average results we are getting from the equivalent stress and total deformation. Here we can do the comparison between both. Okay, this is the minimum maximum plus point for our analysis system. This is the overview. We are just summarizing our object. We can also see the different analysis and stresses from maximum to minimum, the difference range. We can also see in the all data, we can see here in a tabular form. So this is the main part of our ANSYS. We have just completing, we have just selected the geometry, the materials, the flow chart we are seeing, the structural steel we have seen, the meshing we had done, then we applied analysis, then we applied the static structural analysis settings. In analysis settings we applied the fixed support from right, and the force of 100 Newton we have applied from the left side. So after this we can generate into a solution. In solution we can see the total deformations results by clicking on total deformation, and also by clicking on equivalent stress we can see the equivalent stress deformation of different color coding. We can also change the, if we don't want to analyze the iso, we can also change it to iso lines. By lines we can predict the color, and by color we can predict the different total deformation stresses occurred at different area of an object. This is the very advantage point I see through the ANSYS. We are going to see much more about this in the next video. Till then, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and mention in comment box what actually point you want from me to required and generate on by me to the next video. And also mention what types of analysis and you want to see in the next video. In the next video we are going to I am going to show you about various types of sketching, and also sketching and modeling of different object, importing an object, and so on. Till then, like, share, comment and subscribe the channel, and also click on the bell icon for more updates. As soon as I place a video, you will get the notification from the notification bar window. Thank you for your thanks for watching again. See you in the next video.